Greetings, code traders. It is Friday, January 11th, 2019, and I am going to demonstrate the code 3 on the Emini S&P, the ES, today. So I've got that up right now, and I'm going to follow the code 3 and take code 3 entries. Now, I don't have a automatic stop and automatic profit. I'm just going to sort of wing it, as they say. I'm going to do it manually, and I'm just going to follow the code 3. Basically, I'll get in and I'll exit manually, and that's pretty much it. Because I don't really know yet what the stops and exits should be, only relative to the code itself. In other words, only to the entries. So the entries themselves, I know it. Of course, we all know what the stops are going to be, but outside of that, I don't know how many ticks to go for, that type of thing. So I'm just going to watch it, judge it as I see it, and then I can update the code 3 for the ES. And anything that I find, I've got a code 3 short signal, and I've taken a short position. I'll be right back. Okay, we've got two code 3 short signals here. Okay, two code 3 short signals, and it's starting to move down here. Okay, it's moving down pretty good here. Not exactly sure how many ticks to go for on the ES. Just looking at the code 3. Just have those short signals in place. I don't have another one yet. May get another one though. Let's take a look at the daily. Where are we at? Daily looks pretty good. Promising anyway. I could be locking in ticks here with a protective stop, but I can just play it manually. See, we have a code 1 short entry. No code 2 on the ES, although I might have to take that back. You know, since the code 3 is the same and the charts are the same, it must have a code 2 as well, I think. See if we can get another drop here. We could always use code 1 for the exits. For instance, yeah, I mean, if you get a code 1 long signal, you just jump out. If you keep getting code 1 short signals, well, obviously you stay in. Right now we're in a code 3 short signal. Two of them, actually. Could be locking in, but I don't want to, I can just play the codes. I mean, I can use the code 1, I can see if it gets a long signal off the code 3, just reverse the position. We may get a long signal here off of code 1. Okay, I will come back. Okay, it's really dropping here. Not sure exactly what to go for. See, what does the daily look like again? Daily looks pretty good. possibly jump out here. I don't think so though. Let's get another move down. Or the RTY. NQ doing good. Okay. What's the code? So wait a second. Do we have a code 3 short? I believe we do. Taking another look at it. Yes, we do. Okay, I'm going to exit right here. I'm getting ready to exit the trade. Okay, I'm out. I can already see the reversal coming. It's going to go back the other way. So you need to count those. Code 3. See, when you chart it out, you see this happening. Now what I could do is if it goes down and breaks the bottom, I could go with it. Because it's either going to reverse now or it won't. But see, when you do the charting, when I did the charting for this, I could see there is a pattern to it. A pattern yeah, there's a weakness we can use for this. You know what I really need to do is chart it out for a while and really analyze it. Then I could see these things happening on the chart level. Okay. Now let me just confirm here. We have a code 3 short entry, correct? Yes, we do. We have another short signal. That would make, what, 3 of them, I think, right? 3 short signals. That means if it goes down and breaks, I'm going to need to take it here. Alright. See, a lot of times if you look at the chart, though, what I have seen of the code 3 chart for the ES, you can see the ones that go 10 ticks, then they reverse. That's what this one just did. Just went like 10 ticks. So if you had taken that entry, you'd have a break-even stop on it, and you'd see on the chart how, you know, when you do the charting, that it goes the other way. But on this one, it may not do it. It may keep on going here. Get ready to take it. Alright. We're getting behind a code 3 short entry. Just take a look at one thing here. How many ticks is that? Oh, yeah, it's different for the ES. I'm gonna try to remember that. Okay, I'm gonna play very conservative on this entry. I should reset it for some stops. Make it a little bit easier. Okay, I'll come right back. What I'm going to do though, I'm going to get out if this thing hits 25.79. If it hits above that, I'm going to get out. It just may do it.
Alright. I accidentally got out too early. It hasn't gone above yet, but I think it's going to. Okay, wait a second here now. That's going to be a code 1 long entry, if it does. Because I'm not showing, that's a code 1 long entry. I'm not showing code 1 right now, I'm showing code 3, but I'm going to take another entry. But wait a second. I have a short signal. What am I doing here? What's going on? Hang on, give me 1 second here. Okay, I'm going to take the next code 3 signal. I'll be back. Got a code 3 short signal taking a short position. I'll be right back. Okay, it's starting to move down here. Again, I'm not really sure where to go. Oh, I changed my contracts to up to 10 because in comparison to oil, you know, you're using like close to the same amount in margin. I'll be right back. Again, I'm not entirely certain how much to go for here. I'm also trading oil too, and at the same time, it's not as easy to do as I originally thought. It takes a lot to watch both of them at the same time, but I'm doing it. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, just all of a sudden made a radical little move down there. Getting ready to exit. What did it do? It almost double bottomed this one, or it did double bottom. Let's see, what does the code say? Okay, I'm gonna get out here. Okay, I'm out right there for right now. I'm gonna jump back in. Still using code 3. I still have a code 3 short signal. I could have easily just stayed in. See, with this one, I'm not sure. I've not traded it in a long time. So I'm not as good with this one as I am with oil. But yeah, I still have a short signal. Now I have a long signal, code 1 long. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to be doing code 3. Yeah, never mind. Code 3, I will come back as soon as I get another code 3 entry, or if it continues to go down and breaks the previous low, I'm going to take it again because I still have a code 3 short signal in place. I'll come back. Okay, I've got a short position here, and sort of hard to explain what I'm doing, except for the code traders are going to understand, sort of. What I'm doing is, let's put it this way. If it does go back up, it's just going to be up a little bit, and I'm going to reverse and go long, and it's going to be a code 3 long entry. But if it's not going to be a code 3 long entry, then I've got it nailed at the top here, and I'm going to take it, and it's going to be a code 3 short entry. See, it isn't either one of them yet. But since I'm so close to the top, I can just afford to take the entry short. If I'm right, I'm going to make a lot. If I'm wrong, I'm only going to lose a little, and then I'm going to go long and be in a code 3 long entry. Does that make sense? This is what I'm doing right here, right now. Now, I don't know if I'm right or not. Let me take a look at the code. Don't have a code 1 entry yet. And the beautiful thing is if I am right, not only is it a ways to go before the signal would come, but at the same time, we would have all that we would make from the signal itself. So it would be a big trade. Or it's going to be wrong and it's going to go up. I'm only going to lose, let's see, not that much. 4 ticks? About 4 ticks or so. So, not bad. And, I'm not sure, but we could be right here because take a look. Look at the daily. Got a red bar on the daily, and we're almost at the bottom of the red bar, so it's not bad. It's a decent shot right there to go for it. And again, if wrong, just 4 ticks, and then a code 3 long entry would be produced, and we would go along with it. I don't have a name for this strategy yet, but I will make one up. And I will teach you how to use this strategy. It's actually very, very good. But, you do need to have a little bit of discretion when you use it. Try to use it with, more than just, your hope it's going to do something or something like that. I'm doing it because we've got a red bar on the daily. We're close to the bottom of the red bar. If I'm wrong, I'm only going to lose about 4 ticks. And then I'm going to be in a code 3 long entry anyway. If I'm right, I'm going to make quite a bit. Maybe wrong here though. Just confirming my entry. Okay, if I'm wrong, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse and close the position and go along with it once the signal would be produced. Piece of cake. Trading down to a real science. Okay, it's about to be wrong. Okay, reverse the position. Lost all the profit. What does it look like? Could go green. Alright, let's see what it wants to do here. Wait a second, that's 1. Okay, we've got 1 code 3 long. Yeah, just 1 code 3 long entry so far. I will come back. Oil also doing relatively good, taking entries on it as well. Okay, it's starting to move up pretty good here. I can easily use code 1 on this so easily. Code 1 is working beautiful on the Emini. I could trade code 1 on this thing all day long, just sit there and make money all day long just trading code 1. And code 1 could actually help you with the code 3. It could really, really help you. wait a second, am I reading this wrong? Yep, I am. I'm reading that wrong. Okay, we already got the short entry. Oops. Oh, we already had a code 1 short entry right there. Let's see. But that's just a code 1, obviously. But I could use those all day long. Okay, I will come back. This thing is very, very choppy today. Very, very choppy. We are right about to get a code 3 long entry. Long signal. Don't have one yet. I'm already in a long signal, of course. But it looks like we're about to get another one. Which will be good because I'm already long. Okay, don't have one yet. I'll come back. About to get a long signal here. See if we can get a code 3 long signal. Come on. Code 3 goes long. We're in good shape. That means it's going to continue to go higher. Daily could go green. Okay, we've got it. Got a code 3 long signal. Now it's just a matter of what we can get from this one. I'm really not sure because I'm not familiar with trading the ES. I trade oil and I just discovered, well, I know code 1 works with everything, but I just discovered that the code 3 works with everything, and I'm using the code 3 on the ES. But I'm not familiar with like what its ranges are. Can use code 1 on it though. Code 1 works great on the ES. What's the chances of it? If it holds to its same pattern, it's going to come back down. Let's see if it will finally run this time. See if I can get a code 1 long entry here. If I can, then I know it'll go up higher. Probably get a nice little pop out of it. Still, if it'll give a code 1 long entry. Of course, we're still in a code 3 long. But see, you can use the other codes to your advantage. We'll certainly use code 1 on the Emini works fantastic. You could use the code 1 with the code 3, do really well. Okay, I still don't have a code 1 yet. It might go long here. Might get a long signal off code 1. If it does, it'll be good. It should shoot up a bit higher. Come on, Emini. Oil doing good too. I also trading oil. It is very difficult to trade two at the same time. I don't recommend it. Better to just trade it one at a time and up your contracts. I thought trading two at a time would be fairly easy, but No, it's pretty difficult to do. There's no use and there's no reason to do it. They're both going the same way, the same time, same direction anyway. Better just get good at one instrument. Like for instance, the E-mini. I'm not familiar with, how this thing likes to move very much. I'm just simply using the code on it. But what I don't know so much is, what the exit should be, what it usually likes to run, type of thing. How many ticks, for instance, like oil, have it down to, I have oil nailed, but this I do not. I'm just using the code on it. I'm looking for, see, do I have a code 1 entry yet? We do not. I'm looking for one more pop up, and then I'll jump out. Just one more pop up. I'm not sure how many ticks that would be. I can't really tell, but a nice pop up again. Maybe at least 10 ticks, maybe 15, maybe 20. Okay, here we go. Just made a new high. Come on. Just a little bit higher. Just 10 more ticks up. I'll jump out. Let me see the code 1. Do have a code 1 long. Oh, wait a second. No. We don't want to mess with this. Come on, power your way up. We're in a code right now. I just can't tell which way the code's saying go long or go short yet. But we're in a code. Code 1. See, I'm just going to use the code 1 to get out with. I could get out right here. If the code 1 goes short, well, I can just easily get out. If I wanted to, I could take the short position and go short on it. Might only be good for like 4 or 5 ticks or something, I'm not sure, but okay. I jump out right there. Okay, so let me see. Trading the E-mini, which is off of the S&P, so it's still early enough. Take some more trades. Okay, hang on. Let me take a look at the code 3. I'll be right back. Oh, we are almost in a code 3 right now. I didn't even notice. Do we have an entry on the code 3? No, we do not. But we could use that same technique I was going to use earlier. Or I was using earlier. Should I do it? What does the daily look like? I should go short right here, but no. See, if I'm wrong, it's only going to be a few ticks lost. But if I'm right, it's going to come way down. I'll make a lot of ticks. Well, anyway, I will just play the code 3. I will take the next code 3 signal. Don't have a signal right now. You see how smooth code 3 is, though? It's kind of strange because, when you're in the code 3, it doesn't really feel smooth. In fact, it can feel very, very choppy, very risky type of a thing. But if you look at it in terms of your executions, you get in, you hold it, you set the stop, you win. Get in, you hold it, you set the stop, you win. It's these, it's these, this kind of trading that just, after it's all done, you look back at it and go, oh, so simple, so easy, so smooth. Didn't lose any. Different times you were down in the trade or whatever, but the trade worked. You didn't lose. The code 3 worked. It, it has a certain feel to it that is risky on the one hand, but yet works so well on the other. And we can do better than this by a few different techniques. Number one would be to go with the chart, the daily. Number two would be to use a halfback technique. I haven't taught that yet for the code 3, but I will. I will teach that for the code 3 using a halfback technique. Certain things that you can do to increase the accuracy, the overall accuracy of the code 3. You know what I'd really like to try is how well I could do using the code 3 and the code 1 together, like on the Emini. See, because there are days like today where the code 1 is working really well. Even on oil is working very well. There are other days where it's offset and more tricky, and therefore you could just rely on the code 3 at that point. You say, okay, it's tricky, I don't know which one it is, so I'll just use the code 3 instead. That gives you your accuracy. But on the days where the code 1 is working really well, why not just use the code 1 with the code 3? Use the code 1 to get into entry to the code 3 before it ever even happens. And then you have the trade nailed and you make a lot more from it. Sometimes you're talking about a lot more from it. The other day it would have been 100 ticks in about, a minute or two. So, yeah. What I'd like to show? I'd like to show what you can do when you know all 3 codes, like I do. And you can use them all at will when it's appropriate to do so. Then I'll really show you some serious stuff. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, my friends, by the way, just got a long signal off of the Emini code 3, but I'm not taking it. So it is Friday night, 12 midnight. It's actually Saturday technically right now to me. And so I am tired and would like to stop trading right now. So anyway, I just wanted to show that also trading oil and today and doing well with oil as well. So, but even though I had planned to do this to show 2 different instruments, I don't recommend doing it. I thought it would be relatively easy to do, but it's not. It takes a lot of extra work to look at both of them like that, and they are different codes, technically speaking. So you do have to pay more attention to them. And yeah, it's not worth it. All you should do is just worry about your contracts and just concentrate on that. And concentrate on one instrument and get really good at that one instrument. And you could get good at a couple different instruments, but I just don't recommend doing them both at the same time unless you're really good and you could do it easy. Some people probably could do it really easy. Be easy for them to do. So if that be the case, then by all means do it. But for me, it's a little too difficult for me to bother with. And besides, most of the time on these, they're going the same way. They're going the same way anyway. You're just going long on this one, long on this one. Then you go short on this one, short on this one. It's the same. So, it's kind of silly, but so just use one of them. That's my advice anyway. But something though, something interesting. If you, well, actually no, I can't say that. I was about to say that Code 1 works better on the E-mini, but I don't know that that's true because the Code 1 is working very good on oil today too. But I wonder if it might be true that the Code 1 works on the E-mini more often, perhaps. I'm not sure. Somebody had mentioned that to me before. They said they were doing the Code 1 with the E-mini and doing really well, whereas with the oil it was too choppy, too many offsets, that type of thing. But the Code 3 works on both of them. Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. Maybe the E-mini might be a little bit easier. I'm not sure. Actually, the E-mini seemed pretty choppy to me today. Really choppy, actually. If it wasn't so choppy, I should have been able to do a lot better than what I did. Anyway, the markets in general right now are pretty choppy. RTY taking off pretty good. They're pretty choppy though. So, not such a great thing for trading when the markets are choppy like this. Code 3 doing well, but it could be doing a whole lot better if only it wasn't so choppy out there. But it'll get better. It'll get better. Hopefully this was it, the choppy week, and next week it'll start to open up and really start to move for us. I think it will. I think it definitely, I mean, I can't say for sure, but I think the chances are very high of it because January is usually good, very good. And there's all kinds of things in the markets right now, in the headlines and the news and everything, that could very well make the markets move good. Whether it's a surprise move up or whether it's a bigger move down, whatever it might be, it's good for the markets because they're going to move. The more they move, the more they will move. It's the same thing with the oil or the E-mini or anything else. The more it's moving, the more you could figure that it will continue to move. If it's not moving at all, then you shouldn't expect it to move at all until it starts to move. Anyway, that long entry on the E-mini would have been good. Anyway, I am going to get going. I hope all of you traders, code traders, are doing well with the codes. I hope you Code 3 traders are really enjoying the Code 3. And I will be back next week on Monday to do some more Code 3 trading, and we're going to do some more instruments. But I'm not sure that they're all almost the same. Oil is the only wild card. Oil could move maybe more than the other ones or less than the other ones. So but all the other ones appear, at least chart-wise, they appear to be moving virtually the same. So what that will actually equal in terms of the numbers, we'll see. Anyway, I hope you code traders are doing well. You should be. You should really be doing well. Today was fantastic for Code 1. Hope Code 1 traders are really happy because you're nailing it with Code 1 today. Okay, I'm going to get going, everyone. Have a great weekend. I will see you on Monday for some more Code 3 trading of different instruments. Happy trading.